The future is here. Machines are talking, not in the way we once imagined, with metallic voices and robotic inflections. No, these machines speak our language. They write poems, compose music, and even answer your questions in a way that feels almost human. These are the large language models, or LLMs. LLMs are a new breed of artificial intelligence. They are trained on vast amounts of text data. This data allows them to learn the nuances of human language. They can understand context, generate text, and even translate between languages with remarkable fluency. Think of it like this. Imagine a child reading every book in the Library of Congress. That's a lot of information. Now imagine that child can use that information to write a novel, compose a symphony, or even have a philosophical debate. That's the power of LLMs. These language models are already changing the world. They are powering chatbots, automating content creation, and even assisting in scientific research. But like all powerful tools, they have their limitations. So how do these language machines actually work? It all starts with their architecture, a complex network of artificial neurons that mimic the human brain. These neurons are organized into layers, each responsible for processing information at different levels of abstraction. The key to an LLM's power lies in its parameters. These are the connections between neurons, the pathways that allow information to flow through the network. The more parameters an LLM has, the more complex the patterns it can learn, and the more nuanced its understanding of language becomes. Imagine a vast network of roads connecting cities. Each road represents a parameter, a connection between different points in the network. The more roads you have, the more easily you can travel between cities, and the more detailed your map of the world becomes. Some of the most powerful LLMs today have hundreds of billions, even trillions of parameters. This massive scale allows them to perform feats of language processing that were once thought impossible for machines. But even with all this power, there are still things that LLMs struggle with. They can sometimes generate biased or nonsensical text. They can be fooled by subtle changes in wording. And perhaps most importantly, they lack access to real-world knowledge that goes beyond the text they were trained on. For all their strengths, LLMs have a fundamental limitation. They are confined to the world of language. They can only process and generate text. They lack the ability to interact directly with the real world. Imagine trying to understand the concept of red without ever having seen the color. This limitation leads to a common problem known as hallucination. Like a mirage in the desert, LLMs can sometimes generate text that is factually incorrect or completely made up. This is because they are simply trying to create text that is statistically likely, even if it doesn't correspond to reality. Another limitation is their lack of adaptability. LLMs are trained on a fixed dataset of text. This means they can struggle to keep up with new information or changes in the world. Imagine studying for a test with an outdated textbook. You might ace the exam, but your knowledge wouldn't be very useful in the real world. These limitations highlight the need for a new approach, one that can bridge the gap between language and knowledge, between the virtual world of text and the messy reality of the real world. Enter Retrieval-Augmented Generation, or RAG. RAG is a new approach to building language models. It combines the power of LLMs with the vastness of external knowledge sources. Think of it as giving our language models a direct line to the internet, allowing them to access and process information beyond their initial training data. Instead of relying solely on their internal knowledge, RAG-based systems can retrieve relevant information from external sources. These sources can include anything from databases and wikis to news articles and scientific papers. This access to real-time information makes RAG-based systems more adaptable and less prone to hallucinations. Imagine you're having a conversation with someone who has access to the entire internet. They can instantly pull up relevant articles, statistics, and even expert opinions to support their claims. That's the power of RAG. Let's break down how RAG actually works. Imagine you want to find out when a new coffee shop on your street will open. You go ask ChatGPT, which is powered by OpenAI's GPT models. ChatGPT might give you an inaccurate or outdated answer, or even admit it doesn't know. For instance, it might say the coffee shop will open next month, even though it actually opened yesterday. This happens because the model doesn't have access to the latest information. It's like it can't walk to the corner and check for itself. This kind of confident but wrong answer is called a hallucination. The model sounds sure, but it's actually wrong. So how can we improve the accuracy of the response? The information about the coffee shop's opening is already available. You just need to do a quick internet search or check the coffee shop's website. If ChatGPT could access this information in real time, it could provide the correct answer. The idea behind RAG is to combine the knowledge stored in the model's parameters with current information from external sources. This helps address the issues of static knowledge and hallucinations, making its responses more reliable and accurate. One of the most significant benefits of RAG is its ability to reduce hallucinations in LLMs. By grounding the language model's responses in external knowledge sources, RAG ensures that the generated text is more likely to be factually accurate and consistent with the real world. Think of it like this. If an LLM is a novelist, RAG is the fact-checker. It ensures that the story, while still creative and engaging, is grounded in reality. This is particularly important in applications where accuracy is paramount, such as healthcare, finance, and legal domains. RAG acts as a safety net, preventing LLMs from veering off into the realm of fantasy and ensuring that their responses are both informative and trustworthy. Another key advantage of RAG is its ability to adapt to new information. Because RAG-based systems can access real-time data, they can keep their knowledge base up to date and provide more relevant and timely responses. This adaptability is crucial in a world where information is constantly changing. Imagine trying to navigate using a map from the 1950s. You might eventually reach your destination, but it would be a long and frustrating journey. RAG is like having a GPS system that constantly updates with new roads, traffic conditions, and points of interest. With RAG, LLMs are no longer limited to the information they were initially trained on. They can evolve and adapt alongside the ever-changing landscape of human knowledge. While most current RAG systems focus on text-based information, the future of RAG extends far beyond the written word. Imagine a system that can access and process images, videos, and even sensor data, combining this information with textual knowledge to provide even richer and more comprehensive responses. This is the realm of multimodal AI, where different data modalities converge to create a more holistic and nuanced understanding of the world. RAG is uniquely positioned to play a key role in this emerging field, acting as the bridge between language and the vast sea of multimodal data that surrounds us. Imagine asking a RAG-based system to describe a historical event and having it respond with not just a textual summary, but also relevant images, videos, and even three-dimensional models. This is the power of multimodal RAG, unlocking a new level of understanding and engagement with information. While RAG represents a significant leap forward in AI, it's not without its challenges. One of the biggest hurdles is the need for efficient and effective retrieval mechanisms. Finding the most relevant information within massive and ever-growing datasets is no easy task. It requires sophisticated algorithms and a deep understanding of both language and the structure of knowledge. Another challenge is ensuring the accuracy and reliability of the retrieved information. With the vast amount of data available online, it's more important than ever to be able to distinguish between credible sources and misinformation. This requires developing robust mechanisms for evaluating the trustworthiness of information and filtering out noise and bias. Despite these challenges, the opportunities presented by RAG are immense. By combining the power of LLMs with the vastness of external knowledge, RAG has the potential to revolutionize how we interact with information, automate complex tasks like creating this video from a blog post because it's boring. RAG is more than just a technical innovation. It's a paradigm shift in artificial intelligence. It represents a move away from closed, self-contained systems towards a more open and interconnected approach, where AI models can tap into the collective knowledge of humanity. Just as the invention of the printing press democratized access to information, RAG has the potential to democratize access to knowledge and intelligence. It could empower individuals with personalized learning experiences, provide researchers with powerful tools for scientific discovery, and even help us address some of the world's most pressing challenges. The future of AI is not about creating machines that can simply mimic human intelligence. It's about building systems that can augment and enhance our own cognitive abilities. RAG, with its ability to bridge the gap between language and knowledge, is a crucial step in that direction. It's a journey that promises to be as exciting as it is transformative, leading us towards a future where knowledge is power and that power is accessible to all.